Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net. Thanks again for watching. It's Monday the 5th of January. Some very interesting developments taking place on the charts at the moment. Just whiz through the next few days. This is, where do we want to go? We don't want to go there, we want to go there. That's Monday. So today, we've seen this front sort of dragging its way eastwards, haven't we, during the course of this afternoon. Bringing cloud, bringing some 1 or 2 spots of rain towards the west. Cold front then slips southeast through the course of Tuesday. Ridge building behind. Those of you like flying, it's to be beautiful coming in behind here. Some good spells of sunshine coming in as well. Farmers, I know you're looking, some of you, for a dry day this week. Behind that cold front is probably about as good as it gets for many. Wednesday, a windy one Wednesday. Starting to get a bit concerned about the speed of these winds across the north. May just cause some slight damage across Scotland, across northern parts of England, across Ireland as well. And I mean lifted tiles, sort of broken fence panels, that sort of thing. The wind increases down to the south later on in the day. Rain off towards the west as well. Bits and pieces of rain dragging their way eastwards too. And then for Thursday, got an area of rain that tries to clear its way southeastwards. A bit of a question mark over the speed of that and the speed of its clearance. It's a bit iffy at the moment. And then Friday could be another windy one as well, as this little feature here zips quickly eastwards overnight to Friday morning. You see the isobars close together on the south of that. We need to watch that one, perhaps bringing threat of some gales within that area. Gusts of 60, 70 miles per hour are possible, but we'll keep you informed through the week. And then Saturday, much uncertainty over Saturday, big question mark. I think we better just go for a breezy and a mixed Saturday, some outbreaks of rain. And then Sunday, ridge of high pressure building in. It's only a weak ridge and it doesn't last very long before these fronts zip in from the west. Okay, the real interesting part, and you'll know that I've been telling you now, haven't I, for a few weeks, about the idea of temperatures possibly falling in the second half of January. I had someone actually say, oh, you've been forecasting cold weather since December. Well, actually, yeah, I have been saying that there would be some cold weather coming in December, which indeed we got. Then saying it'd go milder before Christmas, which it did. And then saying it'd go colder Christmas after Christmas, which again, it did. So, yeah, that's exactly what I have been saying. So I think it's down to the interpretation of what cold weather is. But those of you who listen every day know that I was stressing we're not talking 1963, 1947 cold. What we were talking was colder weather compared to what we've had. So I don't mind taking it on the chin when I'm wrong, and I admit it freely when I'm wrong, as you know, in these videos, and we try and explain why things have gone wrong. But I think that also gives me the right then, when somebody sends an email complaining that I've got the forecast wrong, when I haven't, that it gives me the right then to say, well, no, actually, you're wrong. And I wasn't saying that, and all the videos are there online to prove it as well. It makes you wonder really whether they've been reading the Daily Express or the Daily Mail instead, and have been seeing those headlines and thinking that because it says forecasters, it's a term that covers forecasters wherever they may be. Right, I'm off my soapbox. This is what's interesting. I know you would never do that, would you? Anyway, this is what's interesting at the moment. The 7 to 10 day mean of the 500 millibar flow, ECMWF on the left, GFS on the right, taking us from next Monday through to Thursday the 15th of January. And what I want to show you is the strength of the jet here, look, coming in across the Atlantic on both the ECMWF and on the GFS as well. Now what's interesting is within that circulation, so, sorry, let me just get that right for you. Within that circulation here, going around the hemisphere, we have locked out any warm air. There's just no warm air getting into the system. It's trying, look here over the western coast of the States, builds the ridge here across the west of the States, west of northwestern parts of Canada, but it can't penetrate too far north because of the cold air that's kind of stuck to the north. So it tries it there. It also has a go here, look, across northern parts of Russia, trying to get in a little bit of warm air, but of course it's so cold down here now, it just can't get there. So within that system, within that circulation, there's just no cold air going into it. So what you're seeing is what I said could happen, this slow slip of temperature, losing temperatures, probably by steps during the middle of next week, and then seeing this fall off at the end of next week. It's interesting that the GFS ensemble is picking up on that idea as well, and has been, hasn't it, to be fair, for a few days. Maximum temperatures here, look, going through to the weekend. And then we kind of see this gradual fall off look into the early part of next week. It's still relatively mild though for the time of year, but then look, from around the 17th and 18th onwards, we see a step change. So whereas we're seeing temperatures 10 degrees here, we're seeing temperatures, maximum daytime temperatures are sort of 6 degrees down here. And actually, I think that trend probably continues downwards like so from the sort of 20th, 21st onwards. So it's interesting the GFS ensemble sees that. The ECMWF looks like that as well. Look, you can put the line through here, this slow downward trend in temperature. Those are the 850s for Manchester for the next 10 days. And like I say, there is just no warm air able to get into the system here. This is just now stopping the warm air getting in. So we're just seeing temperature kind of leaching away. And it's interesting to see what the CFS does with this. Now, remember, this can all go wrong, okay? It can all go pear-shaped. The atmosphere is the atmosphere. It does what it does. So things can change. But this is interesting from the CFS. This is the mean of the model. So the way the CFS works is that it runs a mean of itself for the last 2 weeks, last 10 days, last 7 days, etc. And this is the mean of all of those various runs. So this is week 1. The date's up here in the top right-hand corner. So this is ending on the 11th of January, okay? So this is this week. Mean temperatures, look, you see around 7 degrees across the UK. Knock that forwards, this is the 18th of January. So this is next week. And look, we've lost sort of 2 degrees off that, 3 degrees off it. We're now 4 or 5 degrees. 25th of January, 3, 4, 5 degrees again, cooler. 1st of February, 2s and 3s. 8th of February, 3s and 4s. And then 15th of February, 5, 6s, 7s, starting to come back up again. So you see there what the CFS is trying to pick up on is this idea of this cooling off in temperature. No huge sudden change of temperature, but this cooling off. I actually do think we'll see a step change, or we could. This is this 18th, 19th period I've been telling you about. That's the one that we need to be watching out for. I think that's when we could see temperature drop, which could involve bringing us frost, ice and snow. Like I say, could all be wrong. We're going to stay, I think, generally on this westerly flow, so it could all be wrong, but this is where things have been pointing at, hasn't it, for quite some time. So week 1 from the CFS looks like this. There's that ridge in towards the south. That's what we've got at the moment. Week 2 puts these lower than normal heights here, northwest of the UK. Quite a plunge of cooler air trying to get into the Atlantic. It sharpens that trough off and brings in the ridge off towards the south here. This is the cooler air getting in during next week. And then weeks 3 and 4. Week 3, seeing the low here, the deep trough across the UK here. This is where we may well see this tendency getting back into the north or the northwest during this week. This is the watch week, really, the 18th, 19th onwards. And then into week 4, going back more into west to west northwesterly. So again, you see it's unsettled. No real signs of a huge area of high pressure building in. It's these cool west to west northwesterly winds that seem to be dominating through the pattern. And of course, that's what we've been on about, hasn't it? Really, since when was it? Middle part of December. So it's interesting to see how the models are leaning into this just at the moment. And also it'll be interesting to see the knock-on effects into February too. So I'll leave you with that for now. Whatever you're doing, thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. Keep the sun shining and bye for now.